Hi everyone. Today I'm going to discuss about water and its pollution. As I told you earlier, water is essential for every living being. Imagine you are thirsty and you need a pure drinking water and you're not getting it. So this is the scenario happening now, and I'm showing you how to control it and how to control the pollution from our side. So what is water pollution? There is nothing but contaminating the water bodies around us. Example lakes, rivers and oceans, and also the groundwater through our human activities like sewage and industrial wastewater. What are the waste of water we are just sending it to our rivers, lakes, etc. So what causes this water pollution? Water pollution is caused by chemicals, pathogens, organic and inorganic compounds, and also coolants by power plants. Even this causes water pollution. And example, if you sending a coolant with high temperature to a water body, and just imagine if it is high temperature, it disturbs the aquatic life, which kills fish and other things in the aquatic life. So there are two types of water pollutions, like surface and, as I told earlier, and groundwater pollution. Surface water pollution is what we are doing, human activities through sewage, and which is having a one common path of entry, and industrial wastewater. Groundwater, which we cannot predict, which is there is a complex interaction between surface and groundwater. So through this, it groundwater is polluted. So what are the categories? Like how can we categorize? Like there is point source and non-point source. One point source, as I told earlier, there is a single identifiable source like a ditch and industrial wastewater. Whereas non-point sources, it is like a vast area. For example, in fertilizers from an agricultural land, which goes through a runoff during a rainfall. And what we call as contaminants, high concentration of naturally occurring substances that impacts the aquatic flora and fauna. So there are such compounds. In these compounds becomes high in concentration due to pollution, which causes disturbance for aquatic life. That thus we call as contaminants. So example, pathogens. So we have heard a few names like Salmonella, Norovirus, parasitic worms. I hope we have heard about these names. So when these becomes high level, so for example in septic tanks, pit latrines, or sewage discharges which is inadequately treated, these cause diseases to human beings. And what are all the organic contaminants? So in this I really want you all to know what are all the organic contaminants. Example, detergents, disinfection products and food processing waste, insecticides, herbicides and petroleum hydrocarbons, and also few more things like disinfection byproducts, insecticides. So these causes organic compounds and volatile organic compounds, um and also various chemical compounds. For example, we buy some cosmetic products, personal hygiene products, and even like tablets like antidepressant tablets, contraceptive pills. Even this causes water pollution. We may not aware of this, but all this goes to the water and it pollutes the water unknowingly. And what are all the inorganic pollutants? Inorganic pollutants is nothing but a chemical waste. For example, if you are in there is a picture showing in a construction site. So when there is a runoff, if there is a rain, so the sediments that run off which goes to the water, this is called inorganic water pollutant. And also like chemical waste and ammonia, all this whatever comes from industries or rainfall, These are called inorganic pollutants. And also macroscopic pollutions. Just imagine you are in a beach or a sea somewhere near to sea. Just you see most of plastic cups, more of plastic bags, and we visibly see so many plastic bottles in the ocean, which is very very dangerous to the aquatic life, and many living things in the sea they die due to this macroscopic pollution. And how can we measure this? So there are three types of measurements, like physical, chemical and biological. Physically we measure TSS, like total suspended solids and turbidity. For chemical testing, important, we have taken pH, BOD and COD, and also we measure some metals, other things, but important is pH, BOD and COD, that is biological oxygen demand and chemical oxygen demand. So how can we measure biologically? So we measure, like we take a sample water and we check the biological water analysis, like how there is a good bacteria or bad bacteria, and how it is growing, is it good or bad. That type of analysis comes under biological testing. And how to control this pollution? We are polluting the environment like anything, and there is many options we can control the pollutions. There are many treatment available, like municipal wastewater treatment, on-site sanitation, industrial wastewater treatment, agriculture wastewater treatment, and control of urban runoff, and also sediment control in the construction site. For all this, we have a process, and we can control it with it. So here are some of the standards. I'm showing you a simple, like BIS standard for drinking water quality, and for every water quality, like wastewater, treated water, industrial wastewater, treated industrial wastewater, everything there is acceptable limit and permissible limit, which we have to follow if you are treating the water. If there is no water, there is no life. So I urge you all, just to save, first to save water and to treat water. Just keep awareness in your mind, just how the waste is being treated from your household, the water from your household, how it is being treated. Just keep an eye on it, and I'll be telling you the process of wastewater treatment and environmental impact assessment in the coming presentation. So thank you all for hearing about this water pollution. So these are the basic things I need to share with you. So please like, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you all.